Hi guys, it's another video for Daily Race C for this week, and it's basically the importance of fuel saving, how it actually makes a difference to where you're going to position yourself in the race at the end of it. Basically on this race here you want to have hard tyres on because it's mandatory at the start, and if you just have to do a lot of fuel saving at the beginning to make sure you've got enough to get to the end. It'll save you doing any pit stops. So I mean you're saving 30 seconds or something, 25-30 seconds and from within the pit stop window. So this is a wee video that I've done just momentarily. I'll have a wee go first just to see how I get on. Amazingly, I done pretty well, for me anyway, you know. I was quite pleased anyway. Using the car of choice here is the Scirocco, and you see I have traction control on because my ability isn't very good. So I'm going to come up to the beginning of the race in a minute. So that's the wind down. I've seen a lot of other guys do it who are obviously a heck of a lot better than me. Essentially just to do the fuel saving. I was actually quite pleased with the actual final lap. I actually got the fastest lap. Even better still. Happy days. I thought I was going to end up in P. Steve, which is 6th. Mr. Super GT, but I didn't get that. I was bumped up to P4 at the end of the race. So if you want to watch the whole race, obviously it takes about 20 minutes approximately. That's because I'm not the fastest by far, but I'm actually obviously a lot better than I was before when I first done this. Quite a bit quicker now because I'm not used to this track really. So when people went past me I wasn't getting overly worried, and my thought was, well, possibly these guys are either going to run out of fuel or have to pit. My main goal was just to try and keep it on the black stuff. Just there, see? Only just. I'm not. I just like more for the immersion to be inside the car, rather than bumper cam or whatever. A lot of people use bumper cams and bonnet cams and stuff to try and get the angle there. We'll have a spinner. We have a spinner. On this track, don't be surprised, there's quite a few spinners. People, it's not so much this bit here, because this part of the track you can pass. There's places to pass. It's when you get onto the old part of the Norwich Flyer track, and then it's like, oh dear. There isn't really anywhere really to squeeze a car between it. It's very, because obviously almost couldn't, there's not much straights on it until later at the end, but and most of the straight bits, everybody's pretty much going flat out. As you see, I've set my power to 3, so that's what I saw other guys doing. Tidge, even Guy, the key, he was but they were doing a lot more better than me. I just left it at 3, which just to stop me trying to fiddle around on the steering wheel and make an arse of it. just concentrate on driving. That was my quest. Always worry when you see these yellow like flags appear and you go, like, where's the sprinter, where's the sprinter? Is he going to ghost in front of me? Please don't ghost in front of me, please. Here we go. There's got one there. I think he passes me later on at the end of the race, but that's when I thought it was going to be P-Steve, but he's one of the ones that pitted and obviously went with mediums and mediums. You have to use the hard tyres at some point in the race. So pitting's not what you have to do. As you see, I'm dropping back a bit here on this first lap, which I think the best thing is not to panic, worry too much about it, because it's if you start panicking because you're losing positions because you're on probably a different strategy from everybody else. All these guys are trying to go flat out and going as fast as they can. See, I'm just maybe a wee bit careful in the beginning. I'm just trying to stay on, especially on the start of this race, because there's so many other people around you. You tend to find yourself getting bumped and knocked off the circuit. See, wee! That's not what to do. There's that wee kink, and it actually can launch you as well. There's because of the brow of the hill, and that makes you go absolutely flying if you go too fast. That's what not to do in that corner. Well, as I say, I'm trying to bit short shifting if I can. Obviously, keeping a slightly higher gear than suggested there. So instead of second and third, just to reduce the amount of fuel getting used. I thought I'd done a no bad job actually. And when I got to that long straight at after the second carousel area and that, I'll give the fuel up to 2. Well, I went to 1 first and then up to 2. Just to try and save some more. And it seemed to have worked quite well actually. Kept the lean mixture on 2 for some time as well after. But I wasn't losing too much time on the guys in front. I was actually pleased because I even got the fastest lap, so quite happy days. Yep, if I say happy days a lot, it's mainly because I've been watching too much Tiggy's stream. He's really quick, but I think he plays it for fun now. It's not so much that he takes it too seriously. A lot more, he just plays it more for fun. You just watch people here battling. This guy here, I wasn't sure when he was going to actually unghost. Seemed to be ghosted for quite some time. I was like, are you going to ghost, unghost? So I was sort of like, see him alongside me and I'm going, is it going to unghost? So I went a bit wide there and I was like, now you unghost as the guy goes through me. So obviously I gained a lot of time at the pit stop area. And I gained a lot of DR for this actually. I was quite pleased. We were wide there. Didn't spin it, so that's good. Quite pleased with that one. I'm trying to stop now. If I find myself on the grass, there's a lot of people will floor the car and I'll find myself going wee. You try to get on the back on the track and slowing her down without making a hash of it. For me, that's not easy. Making a hash of it is usually a speciality of mine. It's when I start shouty. Dave becomes shouty and sweary. Stupid game. Calls many a time. Even though it's not really the game's fault, it's the driver. Here we go, we're position 12 at the moment, see. So we've dropped 5 places here. There's a few of them I've got. He dropped another place because the guy in the Veyron, I got an SR reduction there for hitting him. There's not a lot I could do there though. The guy in his car is kind of all over the joint, so I'm just trying to get through here without making a big ear of it. Well, 40 odd seconds, 47 seconds behind the leader at the moment. So we'll see what the difference is when I get before I cross the line and then after I cross the line, because a lot of the leader guys they do actually pit. That's because they're obviously quicker than I am, but this is currently about 50 seconds. So I've up my 46 seconds. I'll leave it on fuel map 2 for a little while because I know that does about 2/3 of it over a lap if you leave it on fuel map 2. And that actually just depends on how much short shifting you do. And you see the distances between me and the leaders are jumping back and forth. It's because they're obviously jumping into the pits. So I'm up to 11th. There you go, P Steve at the moment. So gained about 30 seconds on the leader. I went a bit deep here, but got around. But I gained about 30 seconds on the leader because I didn't pit, which definitely helps. There's bits in this lap where I'm slower than the other starting lap, but happy days with the result actually. Pleased with the result. It's a long lap. Currently got about 9 minutes for me to complete my a bit slow up here, could have gone a bit quicker. I think a lot of it I'm still wary of my fuel. I'm just again hoping I'm not going to run out of fuel, because I think there's a guy out later on who does run out of fuel. As I say, I'm kind of taking it really easily through some of these corners. None could be quicker, I suppose. A bit more practice as well would help, but when I do driving games, and especially if I start to do reasonably well, I tense up, I sort of get all nervous, and it's like, ooh, look how well I'm doing. Get shocked and stunned. Just trying a little bit deeply there. Kept it on. But certainly the car choice has been the Scirocco. I don't know if it's just because it's actually I think it's got good handling and it's got a decent speed and probably not bad with the fuel consumption. I think it just works obviously well around this course. But the thing is, there's always strong bits. It's a bit wide there because I got tapped by the chap behind me there. See, he's got a 2-second penalty for tapping me. I think he didn't realise I was going to slow down quite so much for the corner, but I did. I think a bit of practice, I probably a little bit quicker time. I was just obviously conscious of how much fuel I had left and how much distance I had to go. This was quite nicely done, these few corners here. This is what pleasing me is more the fact I'm going around the course at a relatively decent pace, keeping it on the tarmac. Don't want to come off the tarmac. Bit of a mare when you do. Don't want to have a mare. Don't want to be sent to the shadow realm, be a pleb. That's what Tidge would say, he's plebbed it because he went wide or something. GTA be shadow realm. And I got a Punterino from the German lad earlier on. A bit of a Jimmy quote. 3 guys worth watching in the racing games. Just got a bit halfway around the second lap. Just trying to keep it together just now, not making a big zero of it. As I say, what I was pleased with, I was actually shocked and stunned. I was like, ooh, fastest lap. Didn't see that. It was only when the title bit came up at the end when I finished the race. I wasn't really looking at, because when you pit, you're not going to record a full lap. It's only when you don't pit you record a full lap. Because you get given a sort of basically an in and out lap if you pit on this, so you don't actually get given a proper lap time. So you can see obviously this Russian guy with 10:01 obviously hasn't pitted. Because if he went in the pits he would have been given that as a... This is a wee panic here. I was like, I was looking for a car I've ghosted or something. So I let that boy icon in front of me. Ended up not being that bad a problem. It's obviously here somebody is pitted and went back onto his mediums. So you end up getting a minute's penalty. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to pit and go into mediums, or stay on your mediums and do the full race, because hards tyres are required. So if you start on mediums, you're going to have to pit. So you'd have a bit of a gung-ho effect on a lap. I think you can get slightly better, more confident around it, but as I say, when I don't play the game for a while, I'm not very great. As I say, the difference between the lap, my sort of start lap and this lap, it seems to be lower than I thought it would be. Started off at about 15 seconds, I've lost 8 seconds somewhere. Must be running on the grass and stuff like that. But as I say, I think just conscious as well of my fuel. There's my first one there, 10:16. First lap. Basically just try and give a whole lot of flooring up the final straight. He's running out of fuel. It's like, damn. So that's what you don't want to do. He's probably done the same as me, tried a non-stop fuel strategy, and he just hasn't kept enough fuel in the tank. So a few of them have finished already. There's 3 of them. This is just the put it to 3 just to try to avoid running out of fuel here. So I'm just kind of light on the limit. You can see there's not a lot of fuel left. A little red dot just at the bottom of the fuel gauge. It's flashing away saying, "Get me fuel." No, I'm nearly finished. And he finishes. Thought it was going to be another P Steve, but no, it was a 4th. Due to people not pitting and putting on mediums all the time. So that's another thing you don't want to do. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can watch it to the end if you want. Basically just till the time's out and you can see my DB animation, me going yeah, up 3 places, that kind of thing, and fastest lap. I didn't realise that because it was easier sort of that bit here, but it came up with the fastest lap. I was like, happy days. So if you like the video, subscribe, click like, and we'll catch you another time on either GT Sport, whatever else I'm playing. Okay, bye for now.